One thing we loved to play with in the 70s was our zippers. Well, in the 80s, the zippers became a whole lot more fun to play with. Welcome back to the Junk Room, everybody. It's me, the Junkman, coming back at you with another video. And before we get started, I just want to remind you, we have a podcast. The only action figure call-in show is a podcast. That's right. You can pick up your phone, call in, talk toys, have your voice heard like these fine people here.
I picked up a few of those, retro collection, Mandalorian stuff. So
action figure line I do collect is I collect the old MASH figures.
They're like, oh, I'm mad because he takes his helmet off. Oh, but Jango Fett took his mask off.
I went to downtown Disney and I found about 10 or 12 Phoenix Shans.
You cater to the SJWs. You love Kathleen Kennedy. Why don't you just marry her?
This is Smoky Mountain Hillbilly. I'm calling from the Great Smoky Mountains in Tennessee.
You can find that podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Apple Play, Google Play, Spotify Play, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you don't feel like looking for it, just go to the link in the description of this video. Now, let's talk about zippers and how they became fun in the 80s. Well, if you have Bugle Boy jeans in the 70s or your favorite jacket in the 70s, you love to play with the zipper. Zip up, zip down, zip up, zip down, zip up, zip down. It was a lot of fun. But in the 80s, HG Toys said, how can we make the zipper a little more fun? Sure, it was exciting. You never knew what was going to get caught in that zipper. So, how did they make them more fun? Well, they released zipper clips. That's right, zipper clips. No, I'm not talking about clip-ons. HG Toys also made clip-ons. But the Junkman over in some other universe is probably talking about clip-ons. So let's look at zipper clippers. That's right. This is where they took a famous brand and made it into a cool zipper. Let's look at one of the coolest things of the 80s. Hell, it's probably the coolest things of the 90s. We're talking Chuck Norris. That's right. How did you make your zipper cool? You added Chuck Norris to your zipper. You heard me. Yes, these were little plastic things you would hook onto your zipper to give it more of a handle. And here you had Chuck Norris and some bad guy. Whew, they said you couldn't bring your toys to school, but you could bring your zipper clippers to school because it made zipping a lot of fun. Zip, 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 zippity-doo-dah. Oh, it was a lot of fun. But it wasn't just Chuck Norris that got into the zipper act. Now, HG Toys did release something called zipper clippers. These were little plastic clips that would hook onto your zipper to make them a lot of fun. That sounds fun. Zip up, zip down. Oh, I'm bored. When it comes to things to add to my clothes, I want clip-ons. Like this one right here. Glowworm clip-on. Everyone remember Glowworm. Remember you had that as a kid? Everyone in your kindergarten class had one. There were so many of them, no one even asked to borrow it. That's right. You could take this little clip-on, clip it to your shirt, clip it to your pants, clip it to your ear, clip it wherever you want because it's a clip-on. Clip-on, clip-off, clip-on, clip-off, the clip-oner from HG Toys. But that wasn't the only one they released. There was also... I can't believe I got to talk about this. I've got to go across the whole line, though. I've got to talk about this. Muppet Babies. Now, if you've been watching my videos long enough, you know I hate the Muppet Babies. I hate whenever they turn a popular thing into something babies. I didn't even like the Flintstone Kids. But I can't stand the Muppet Babies. I can't stand looking at them. You can tell me, but they did an episode where they acted like Star Wars. I don't care. I'm not just going to watch something because it's Star Wars. I don't like the Muppet Babies. And the worst of all is Miss Piggy. I don't like baby Miss Piggy. And I don't want to picture Miss Piggy wearing a diaper. Because then I have to picture someone changing Miss Piggy's diaper. No, it's just too much to ask. I hate Muppet Babies. So let's get through with this. Of course, they made Kermit the Frog Baby. That was a zipper clipper. Zip, zip. Okay, we'll move on from that one. They also made, of course, Miss Piggy. There's a lot of characters in the Muppets and the Muppet Babies, but no, they had to go with the zipper clippers of Miss Piggy and Kermit the Frog. Maybe if it was Gonzo, maybe then I could get around it, but I can't believe I had to sit here and talk about that. Well, what about She-Ra? Oh, yeah, She-Ra. He-Man's little sister cousin, She-Ra. Yep, turned her into a zipper clipper. Zip, 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 zip. You know the rest. And here's a picture of it. And that's a pretty small picture, because that's the only picture of it I could find on the whole internet. I looked all around the internet, and that's the only picture I could find. Believe me, I looked for over 3 minutes for a picture of this thing that was bigger than a thumbtack. But this is the only one I could find. Sorry about that. Well, if girls wasn't happy with a She-Ra zipper clipper, they could get Rainbow Bright. That would brighten up your day for sure. Put Rainbow Bright on your zipper. You know what you could do? Zip up, zip down, zip up, zip down, zip up, zip down. Whew. I wonder if these will hook to the zipper on a... I wonder if these will hook to a zipper on a kangaroo shoe. That would just make a kangaroo shoe even more awesome. But they did. Who they do? I forgot. Oh, Rainbow Bright zippers. Now let's look at Voltron. But this one doesn't clip on your shirt. No, this was even kind of cooler. It clipped on your straw. It came with a straw, but you could use any straw you wanted. You clip it to the straw, clip it to the cup, and then you could suck on Voltron. I don't know about you, but I always dream of sucking on Voltron. Voltron. I always dreamed about sucking on Voltron. And now the one you're probably here for. Transformers. I know I got a lot of Transformer heads that watch this show. Be honest with you, I never got into the Transformers. I don't hate the Transformers. I don't love the Transformers. It just was never on my radar much as a kid. I did have one. It was a gun turned into a Transformer. I like that one. I don't hate Transformers. I'm not against Transformers. I get it if you love it. Just something I never really got into. But they did 3 different ones for the Transformers. There was, of course, the most popular Transformer of them all, Starscream. I don't know who that is. They also did Wheeljack. I never heard of that one either. And that's the only 2 they made. I think I said they did 3, but they did 2. That's the only 2 they made. Now HG Toys did another clip-on from a popular line from the 80s. Transformers. I love the Transformers. I could not wait to see Transformers every day. I didn't care what time it came on, what I was doing. I would stop whatever I was doing and go watch me some Transformers. I love the Transformers. And they made a clip-on of the most popular and most loved Transformers of them all, Starscream. Another line that they made I'm sure a lot of you guys love was wrestling figures. Or should I say, wrestling figures. I know, Junkman, it's wrestling. No, it's wrestling. Sorry, it's wrestling. Yeah. Hulk Hogan was added to your zipper. Zip up, zip down, zip up, zip down, zip up, zip down, zippity-doo-dah. I think I did that one already. But who else besides Hulk Hogan could you get on your zipper? The biggest stud of them all, Big John Studd. Big Bad John Studd. Well, that's some wrestling zippers. Well, who else did they make? Now, I don't know about you, but I didn't have a lot of these clip-on as a kid because I didn't have that many shirts. But I loved wrestling, and I really wanted clip-on wrestling. They made so many of these, and I was a huge fan of wrestling, let's be honest. They made one for Andre the Giant. That's right, Andre the Giant. He was a giant, and his name was Andre. He was Andre the Giant. They also made one for Big John Studd. Put that in your Rolodex. Big John Studd. They had a 2-pack with Andre the Giant and the Hulkster himself, Hulk Hogan. Or you could just buy Hulk Hogan by himself. Don't worry, I saved the best for last. HeMan and the Masters of the Universe. Of course, they did HeMan, seen here on the card. And look at the big fuzzy collar on that guy's jacket. I'm sure he got bullied in school, rightly so. They also did a Skeletor. And they did the other one that I refer to as Skunko, but y'all told me in a video once it wasn't Skunko. Stinko, maybe that's his name. I don't know. I got them all mixed up, but they're all about the same. But I can't believe I'm sitting here talking about zip-ons. Zip up, zip down, zip up, zip down, zip up, zip down. Now we're going to talk about a clip-on that I just didn't care about getting. Clip-ons based on HeMan, Masters of the Universe. Be honest, I never really got into Masters of the Universe, HeMan stuff. It just wasn't my thing. It's nothing against you if you liked it. I'm not saying I hated it. It just wasn't on my radar. It's just something I just never got into. I was busy watching Voltron or Transformers or stuff like that. Maybe G.I. Joe. I really love G.I. Joe, man. G.I. Joe was the great. Did you ever see a G.I. Joe? Check it out if you never heard of it. It's a cartoon, and then they did a toy line based on that cartoon. G.I. Joe. Check that out. But anyway, they did at least 2 of these clip-ons for Masters Universe. And they did the two that you think they would do. HeMan and Skeletorn. Yeah, I like Skeletorn. I didn't really watch HeMan much, but I used to like, oh, that Skeletorn looks so scary. Oh, he just scared me. Anyway, that's the two from the clip-ons of Masters of the Universe. And that's a look at HG Toys zipper clippers. Maybe one day I'll get around doing a video about HG Toys clip-ons. Well, that's a look at HG Toys clip-ons. Did you find those neat? I sure did. These were little clip-on toy things that would clip onto your shirt. I don't even know what they are, to be honest. The zipper clippers is strange enough. I can't even imagine talking about these clip-on things. I don't think I could ever do a video on those. Now, I know they made the things that hook to your zippers, but I just can't really find the energy to talk about that. That's just silly. Who wants to play with a zipper? Zip it up, zip it down. Ooh, that sounds so fun. It doesn't sound fun to me at all. So I don't think I'll be talking about that anytime soon. But that's a look at zipper clippers. Did you have zipper clippers? Did you put them on your boot bag? Did you put them on your Bugle Boy? Where did you put your zipper clippers? It's hard to even say. Zipper clippers. Let me know in the comments below where you put your zipper clipper. Well, as always, please thumb up if you like my video, subscribe to the channel, and we're going to talk again.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.